All right. Okay. I hope you can see my screen, right? Yeah. Probably fine. Okay. Okay, now let's start to installation of the Arch Linux. And this is something I have to set up. Just a moment. Capturing device. Camera. Sounds good. All right. Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to install on my physical machine, so that I just want to show the installation of the devices. Here, this is strange. Okay. Yeah. Then, okay. Then maybe we can start the installation from the, okay, burning stuff. Let's start from the stream timer of the RTA section. So here we can start the installation of the Arch Linux, and I have the USB memories, and then maybe plug into my PC. And then I will open the ISO burner. Here's the Raspberry Pi imager and custom image. I have already downloaded to the Arch Linux here, and just open. And what is strange? It sounds not recognize my USB devices. This is something that my okay, where we can. This one is not doesn't work. This one doesn't. Okay. This one works. Okay. Then, yeah, I can select my USB flash memory and then just writing it, and the password I have to set. All right. Okay, let's take a wait for a while. I think it's not so much. I think it's not so much takes a time to burning the USB memory flash. It's already come up to 70-80% and maybe a few seconds to finish. And then now checking. just checking is much faster than burning as an image. Okay, then it's finished. So let's take it from my PC. I'm gonna update here. Okay. Time is range. Yeah. Then let's going to boot from my USB. Maybe I can show you my Mac Pro devices. Here is, I don't know you can see my PC, but here is my Mac Pro. It's 2013, aka called trash can. Yeah, just yep. I'm just plugging USB flash memory, and then okay, power on. Then I have to press the option button immediately when we hear the booting up the prompt. Then you see, I think maybe I should make it much bigger than that. Yeah, then I have to choose the second one for booting up the Arch Linux installation media. Here, this is actually also takes time while copying from the image to the devices. Okay, now I got the prompt. Then next partition disk. Okay, maybe something get blurred. I thought, why is that? It's not so much good. Let's make it change. Sounds better than before, I guess. Okay. Anyway, I hope it's clear now, right? Let's check it the internet connection, but it sounds not good. Yeah, because I have to connect to my PC. Yeah, my Ethernet cable is not connected to my Mac PC. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then I get the internet connection. So first we have to do the what's this? Partitioning. Okay, let's go to CF disk. I have actually already configured the disk partition for booting setup. So let's remove it then. Then create new one for booting up 500 to 12 megabyte. This is for EFI, and then create a new one, and maybe 60 gigabyte for swap. And also I create 50 gigabyte space for root partition. This is just Linux file system. And then finally remaining the space is going to be the home directory. And this is also the file system. And then just write and quit. Okay, then let's check the partitioning. So when I type the lsblk command, I can see the SDA devices is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can use it. Then okay, then I have to press here. Okay, format disk. So now we can create make file system with vfat for bootloader. So SDA1, and then I also want to create swap file on device SDA2, swap on 2. Okay, then make file system, in my case XFS file system for device SD3, which is root. I have already file system, so let's overwrite it here. And also home directory is SDF4, and then done. Okay, let's go to the install base package. Now this is something we are trying to install all of Arch Linux package in this step. So maybe I can just make it packstrap command here, and sorry, we have to mount the directory first. So we have created root directory with SDS3, and then mount its mount. and create boot directory, and also create home directory, and then mount its device. SDA1 is mount boot, also device SDA4 for home directory. Okay, then now we can go to the backstrap command, then install destination is mount, and which is the root directory of the SDA3, and then what we want to install is base package and Linux firmware for the my devices, and also maybe Linux firmware and Marvel for third-party device driver. Maybe we have to install this option, and we have Grab and DOS-FS tools and EFY boot manager and wireless daemon and sudo wireless WPA supplicant. This is something we have to install because otherwise we cannot use the wireless Ethernet connection. Dialog, maybe this is optional, and DHCP CD, DHCP CD. This is the DHCP client, and that's all, I think. I think so. Oh, okay. One more thing. We have to actually install Broadcom wireless device driver. Otherwise the Wi-Fi adapter is not recognized in the Arch Linux. Broadcom wireless. Okay, boom. Fail. Broadcom wireless adapter is not recognized. Okay, this is not underscore, just a hyphen. How long does it take already? 60 minutes. Maybe it's not so fast in terms of the RTA, but basic Linux installation maybe not so slow, I guess. This is actually takes a while. It's still 443 packages. Okay, maybe my internet connection is very slow, I guess. Not so bad. I don't know. Let me check. Let me check my Mac. Okay, 390 megabps. I guess pretty much good. What's next after we install the packstrap command? And then we have to create a genfs tab and then the change root and then install the local time and localization also, and but network configuration, maybe we can skip this one, just the host name, and init ramfs root password. Bootloader is not described here, and then reboot it. Okay. Okay, now it's fast. Super fast. Just two packages remaining, but it's quite huge package. Yeah, because Linux kernel is installing. Just two remaining package. I don't know why so takes much time. Okay, just few seconds. 5, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Checking now. Checking now. I think uh, I think GPG installing firmware, running post transaction hooks. There is a lot of warning message I see, but okay, now it's finished. Maybe it takes 5 minutes. I don't know. Let's jump on to my here. Okay, now it's going to be installed the bootloader. I have to install EFI bootloader instead of just legacy BIOS. So before that, I want to make it some FS tab configuration. So gen FS tab / mount to mount etc FS tab. What is going to be generate this command here is just FS tab configuration. Yeah. Then I have to go to root on the mount, which I just mounted here, and then grab install target equal x86 and 64 EFI. EFI directory is boot / boot, and then boot loader ID equal grab, and then recheck just in case. I think fine. Ooh. EFI directory is not recognized option. This is something strange here. Okay, installation finish. And then let's make it folder boot EFI boot, and then just copy from boot EFI grab x64 to boot EFI boot and boot x64 EFI. Then make it grab configuration mk config -o boot grab.cfg down. Okay, I think bootloader is also finished. This is pretty much fast. And then configuration. What we have to do is to, first of all, we have to change the password of root user. Otherwise, we cannot log into the Arch Linux after I reboot it. And then also I want to make it some non-root user here, user add, and create directory, and also give it permission with rub, and then I want to make it sudo, so NBB, it's not installed. Let's install NeoBeam first. Okay, then make it neo and beam for editor, and sudo via sudo for user group can make it for the sudo. Okay, Then let's check it lab sudo echo. I didn't set up the password for my lab user. Lab. Okay, then sudo. Okay, it sounds works. And then what else? I think. Okay, yeah. We have to copy the networking configuration. Systemd network. What is inside in systemd network? Here we have several configuration. For example, Ethernet. What is there? This is actually configuration of the DHCP for all type of the Ethernet devices. So I just want to reuse this file, and also there's a wireless LAN networking configuration. So just copy from there, network, then asterisk to mount etc systemd network here. Okay. Systemd. Okay. Then what else? Time. Okay, time. Now date time is not there. Okay. Change route. So let's make it symbolic link for user share zone info Asia Tokyo. Here is Tokyo to etc local time and hardware clock sys TOHC. And also we want to set localization here and cat etc gen. There is no gen file. Local gen. Locale gen. Okay. Locale gen. Beam is not there, and DI is Japanese input. So I want to uncomment here and save it and create locale gen. This is something we don't need to do in here because this is not what we want to install into the disk. This is running on my USB flash, so maybe I have to repeat on the once I reboot it and come up the installed Arch Linux. But yeah, okay. What's next? Maybe I have finished all of the step or just reboot. I hope, yeah, I hope we can get Yeah, now we can see the login prompt. Then, yeah, okay, then we can make it locate gem file. We have to change gem file to JP here. Read only file. I have to do on sudo JP and comment, save it, and gen locate gen. Okay. Cannot create permission denied. Sudo. Okay. GCPCD. No interfaces have a carrier. What does it mean? Yeah, still working. Let me check the internet connection. Yeah. And actually wireless adapter is recognized here, so maybe we can set up later. What else? Next. Yeah, I want to install AUR handler. So sudo pacman sy git base devel. This is prerequisite for EI command. Yeah, okay. Then let's git clone AUR linux.org git and then git make package. Okay. Yes. Takes a while. How long does it takes? Okay, another interrupt. Yeah, done. Maybe, yeah, okay, it works. Then, yeah, let's try to install Hyperland for graphical user interface. Sudo pack Come on. Hyperrun not found. Something storage. Hyperrun. Okay. Total download size is 165 megabyte. It's pretty much small, I think. Okay, it's super fast. Why so super fast? Hyperrun. Oops. Yep. Now I can see Hyperrun here and just here. It's actually not so much good, because I cannot see any terminal or browser and there is no modification. Just running the mouse cursor here. And also we see there is some strange character. I don't know if you can see here. So let me fix. So yeah, then we want to install Kitty. Kitty is actually default terminal emulation for Hyperland. So let's install. Okay, then let's create Hyperland again. And then super Q doesn't work. Okay. Kitty. Why doesn't work? It's something different of shortcut key. Okay, let's fix first for strange character to see what's going to on. Note of fonts extra. Note of fonts emoji. TTF font awesome. Maybe I can finish within 1 hour, which is great. Okay, then Hyperrun. Super Q. Okay. Yeah, now it works. Then Firefox is not there. How can I come up? How can I come up? Browser. Anyway, yeah, let's install Chrome, maybe. Chrome. by Google Chrome. This one doesn't need. Okay. This is actually default Hyperland configuration. I just installed Hyperland simply, and then there is no much the customization. So we can see a warning message on top of my screen. I have to change it to there, but there is a lot of configuration we have to do if we manually configure. So I don't want to do that. So there is some great starting point for configuration of Hyperland. I can use it. Don't sign in. Got it. My recommendation is actually ML4W. This is awesome actually. This one gives a very good starting point of Hyperland configuration, which is also including several plugins. So once I just install this dot file, then looks like here. So I think it's pretty much cool compared to the current default one. So here is the installation command, and then create another terminal, just paste it, and I just follow the prompts here, and installation yes, and I am lab main release. If you want to use the latest one, then you should choose the rolling release. Then start. I think it's pretty much takes long time compared to the other Hyperland installation. So maybe 10 more minutes. We can grab some couple of coffee or drinks. Let me take some coffee. What? Do you want to install the required package for ml4w.file? Yes. Okay. This script actually installing Hyperland itself, so maybe I don't need to install Hyperland before, but this installation instruction shows I recommend to install a base Hyperland system before installing the ml4w Hyperland.file. Then you have a stable starting point and can test Hyperland on your system before run. Hyperland is complex and ongoing development and require additional components. Okay, then my method is actually correct. I don't know, is it good to see? I think still better here, right? Installing printer, installing Blumen, waiver, installing waiver. While waiting installation dot file, then maybe we can check it some other hyper and stuff. This one. This desktop is actually cool. I don't know how can I make it, but sounds nice for it. And what else? This one is what? This is actually just programming. And this is VS Code or maybe Jupyter Notebook. And just terminal and the documentation viewer. Oh, this is also looks like nice. And then what's here? Nothing. This one is what? Okay, this is the actual hyper setup, and this is also pretty much nice. Hmm. This is Gundam. You are looking for an image. It was probably deleted. This is Windows XP. Story view. This one is Neobeam. This is Asus logo, right? This is Asus logo, right? Interesting. And the desktop is maybe Kelly Plasma or something else. I think so. What's this? Nothing. This is something strange. Nothing. What does it? I'm a bit scared for this desktop. I don't like it. This type of. He's always looking into me. This one is actually Hyper-Run, right? This tile setup, and this is BPY top command, and yeah. This one also Hyper-Run, and yeah, just cool. Yeah, just cool. What else? Oh, this is nice. I like this type of the display. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This is sounds productive environment, and yeah, pretty much nice. This one is. This is not Hyper-Run setup. This one, this one, this one. What's this? Hyper-Run customizing for its modern ebook experience. X-Space, BSP window manager. I don't use anime wallpaper. It's super simple. X-Space. This one, what's... Yeah. X-Space. There's a lot of people using X-Space instead of standard GNOME or KDE. And what is i3 window manager? D window manager. X-Space again. Hyperland. Yeah, this is style of the tile. BSP window manager. This one is Hyperland, but it's not sound like Hyperland. This one is no. OC. OC is, I don't, this is first time I heard about the OC. Is this something the window manager or i3 window manager? Okay. OC again. Yet another monochrome for no monochrome. Window X face. Oops. The ml4w file will be installed in .files. Yes. The script has detected the following files and folder for backup. Yes. There is no display manager installed on your system. You are starting Hyperland with command tty. Keep current setting. Do you want to proceed with this keyboard setup? Yes. Do you want to keep your existing bash RC file? Yes. Do you want to keep your configuration? Yes. Do you want to install the prepare.file? Yes. Yeah. Now it's changed. Now it's something changed. Why? I think this is visible, right? Oops. Yes. In a lot of times, it's the wallpaper that makes most of the desktop looks good. Yeah, it totally depends on the desktop wallpaper. For example, I think, yeah, this one is maybe you cannot see. Okay, now it's done. A reboot of your system is highly recommended to make sure that all service can be started correctly. Yes. Why? Here is yes. Yeah. Let's log into again and run the hyper run. Yeah, this is also very nice background, I mean wallpaper. And then here we have the welcome ml4w file. I don't need this one, and run the terminal, and also there is Google. I can launch, and we can move it here. We can move it here, and T. I like move it here, move it here, and what here is the full screen size. I actually see the sounds already. Maybe I have to configure sound configuration. This is what I have to fix. Now let's make it terminal here, and browser is here. I want to make more bigger fonts. Yeah. And what else? Pacman install pipewire parse sudo yes. Okay, then it should work. Sounds not system control parse. It sounds not working well. Okay, yeah, I have to fix later for audio setting. And what else? What about wireless configuration? Let me check on that. It's actually working well. Activate. Yeah, I can see wireless setting here and authenticate it. I don't know how it works, but yeah, sounds works fine. Then quit. Let's check it. Yeah, I got the IP address for wireless interface, so yeah, it should be works fine. Okay, then I will install bpy top, sudo bpy top, then just make it BPY top. Just for cool. Yeah, I think it's pretty much nice and it's almost done. If you want to make it like here, what else? File manager is here, here. Yeah, you can use the Nautilus file manager like this, but I can install super file. I want to actually use super file instead of standard one. Install super file. SPF. Yeah, okay. Now I managed to get the file manager here. Yeah, it doesn't need any more wallpaper. This one is actually it's come from the ml4w.file. Okay, then I think it's pretty much fine. And that's it. That's it. Let me stop the timer. It takes the 1 hour and 10 minutes, 11 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. How do you think this is fast or slow? Maybe in terms of the RTA, this is the pretty much slow, but in terms of the Linux installation, then it's not so slow. But I have a couple of items that I can improve for installation RTA. I have to prepare some several steps before running. So yeah, maybe if I want to try the next time, or maybe if I came up something new to do for Arch Linux installation RTA, then definitely I can faster than this time. And I will still work on it to manage couple of items like audio stuff and install some the other plugin and changing the dot file to make it more cool. And then maybe I will post some new video on YouTube. Then yeah, maybe today's finished, so I will close the stream, but I will maybe post another YouTube video for my desktop setup with the Hyperland. Yeah, okay. Thank you for watching this streaming, and this is the end. Yeah, bye.